We need devil's advocate, though.
It's necessary.
We don't need the devil. We need the devil's advocate.
Notice I said advocate. I said advocate. I said advocate. I leave the devilishness to others. I say all of that to say I think in the interest of moderating this panel, certainly not to try and incorporate myself, but I got to be honest. I met with Brother Reverend Jesse Jackson 2 weeks ago, privately, one-on-one. For anybody who knows my history, I've been incredibly critical of the Reverend Jackson for quite some time. Matter of fact, I went out and called for a national boycott of him on national television because that's how disgusted I was with him. Finally, through mutual friends, we met face to face, and I had to look him in the face and tell him exactly why I felt the way about him that I felt. I didn't slap him. I say all of that to say we came to an understanding because he was humble enough to acknowledge his humanity and the fact that he was not infallible. The thing about it was, I had mentioned to him the level of love that I have for the Reverend Sharpton, which is relevant to this discussion. And I said, I don't always agree with the Reverend Al Sharpton, but I never question his heart. I never question his tenacity. I never question the fact that he's a rebel with a cause. And when I'm in corporate America, I said, that's who I look at, because I know he fights the good fight. And when we talk about disseminating a message to our youth as an example to follow, first have a belief system, then have the conviction to follow through on it. Sometimes you got to be skilled. You got to be quiet. You got to tiptoe instead of stomp. But always make sure you never lose your sense of self. And what I questioned about the Reverend at the time was, did you lose your sense of self? I didn't question that about Reverend Al. I never have. Now, I